Okay, I think we are recording. And so what I'm going to show you today is an enigma. I don't know what did this, but I know what did not do it. And so to get right to the point, I will just show it to you, and then I'll give you the backstory, and then hopefully I'll show it again before I have to put it away. Caution, we're looking at animal carcasses today. So if you don't like looking at animal carcasses, skip this episode. All right, so here's what we have, and I'm going to try to put this close enough to the camera so that you can see it. This is a raccoon skull, and this is the fur of the raccoon attached to the nose. And it has been pulled off of the rest of the body. All I have is the skull and about a couple of vertebrae of this, and it's been in a freezer. And as you can see from the inside of the hide, there's no claw marks, there's no cut marks, there's no bite marks. These are the front paws that make like little sweater sleeves with all the fur inside. I don't think there's a knife mark on it, or a tooth mark, or a claw mark. All right. So we got, this would be, I guess, yeah, the butt here. These are the back legs are pulled off. Here's the tail. And so this whole carcass has been pulled off of a raccoon in one piece, with the skull and vertebra still attached at the nose. And I have contacted MUFON in Illinois and Missouri. Our MUFON lab is in Missouri. And these guys here, now this might be interesting, that doesn't look like fur. I'm not sure if that's grass or what that is that got caught up in this. So, no, buddy. Got my dog in here. She's taking an interest in this as it thaws out. Put that back in the bag to keep it from getting too thawed out. Yeah, you just forget about that. Okay. So that was one of these guys. Put this over here. Yeah, there we go. The one on the left, this is on my PC now. This is photos that I've taken of the first two, and I've had them in earlier episodes. The one on the left is the first one I found, and the one on the right is the second one I found 5 days later. So, we don't know what did this because I did not see it. The first one I found in like June, July of 2023, a year ago, 2022, a year ago. And the second one 5 days later. Didn't see what did them. And Khaleesi, we're filming. She wants to put her 2 cents in here. So I don't know what did it, but I know what didn't do it. An animal didn't do this. Because if there was an animal that did it, we would all know which, Transylvanian aardvark it is that does this with its meal every time, because that's what animals do. None of these have a bite mark, a tooth mark, a claw mark, cut mark, or anything on them. The first one I came upon after I had mowed. The next morning I went out to walk, and this one here on the left, I came out and found it. And the next day I didn't collect it because I thought it would be rude, because I was already interacting with whatever this is. And the next day when I did come back to collect it, it was just gone. Anything could have picked it up and carried it off. But what you see is, right here is the, what's that deal about? That's weird. This just shut off. My picture just shut off. Huh. It says it's still recording, but I'm not seeing what the camera's seeing anymore. Isn't that weird? Well, anyway, I've still got a flashing red light, so we'll presume we're still recording. But the monitor went off on the back of my little GoPro 3 here. So anyway, I went back to collect it, and the first one was gone. 5 days later, I mowed again, the second one appeared, and I didn't collect that one either. I just tossed it off in the bushes because I didn't think anybody would want to see it walking on the trail where these were. Since that has happened, let's go back here. I don't think I have that on there. Well, anyway, here's the third one. Like I said, I don't have the monitor on my camera to show me what you're seeing, so hopefully you're seeing this. That's the way it looked on the trail when I picked it up. That's me taking the photograph with my shadow at the time of day I picked it up. As you can see, this has been about a month ago. And that's where it is, just out in the middle of the farm on this trail I mowed. So, what do I think it is? I think it's a Sasquatch. But I don't know that because I have not seen what did it. My question is whether this is a new type of animal mutilation, that it could be an ET. I don't know. It's much smaller than a cow, that's for sure. But as I've mentioned in the other videos, there's a gentleman that found one of these up on the Vermilion River. See if I can pull it up while I'm talking. And let's try this. Yeah, there we go. Oops. No, there we go. Again, my monitor's not working, so I hope you're seeing this. Highly strange deer kill, not the typical predator's kill. What you're seeing is a deer carcass with the hide pulled over the head. It's on unacknowledged and unknown about just 5 minutes and 50 seconds in 1 year ago. And this guy has a website, and I think he's talking about things he has found up on the Vermilion River near Peoria. So then another guy wrote in just a little bit ago, like in the last week, to Steve Istall at the Facts by How to Hunt, that he had found one in Missouri. So that's 5 that I know of, 3 that I've found, all within, well, the one was a couple hundred yards up the trail at the top of the hill back here. The other 2 were a couple hundred feet apart as the crow flies. And so my thinking is, with 3 different people that I know of who have said they found these hides with the hide turned inside out in suspicious circumstances, I know it's not an animal. If it was somebody hoaxing this, it would be very hard to do it 3 times 100 miles apart in each direction from here. And no one's taking credit for it. As soon as I say that, someone will pipe up and say, oh, I did it, but yeah, right, you did. So my purpose in doing this video is to say I think this is a thing that maybe we've been overlooking, or it may be new. Because at the MUFON Symposium this past August 24th and 25th, someone mentioned from the podium that the things we see in the sky have changed over the hundreds of years that it's been happening. and it's always technology just beyond what we know. And so we know what cattle mutilations are and livestock mutilations, and they occur and keep occurring. And so that's why I contacted MUFON in both states, because somebody who understands that should come take a look at this carcass and add it to the repertoire of possibilities, is all I'm saying. I didn't do it. I'm sure that there's no local hoaxer that did this or is doing it. And it has happened now with multiple people in multiple areas, multiple times. So this is a thing that we should be aware of. And what is doing it, I don't know. But the interesting part about this is this last one, I asked for it. We've been seeing lots of unusual things, like for instance, the box turtle shell. This little guy, empty, showed up on the trail, and see where, put him down. Box turtle shell go. All right, there we go. So here's the box turtle shell. I don't know why the monitor quit. But that was found on the trail very close to where the carcass, the third carcass, was found. I'd said, look, we've got tree breaks, we've got the turtle shell, we've got other unusual little things going on. I said, if it's you guys, give me a sign, because it could be a coyote carried this to the trail. It could be the wind or a downdraft broke these branches. If it's you, give me a sign that it's you. A couple days later, I mowed the trail again, and the next day, same MO as the first two, this one appeared. And instead of having a complete carcass with it, it only had the head and 3 vertebrae. And so I presumed, as someone had mentioned, one of my subscribers mentioned in a comment, that it is probably a gift of the hide. I can't do anything with the hide because it's a green hide. I've asked Tanya about it, and he said, well, several problems with that, but the main one is it's a green hide and you can't tan it. You can't make anything of it. So I'm making of it what I can with this video. And that is just too strange. You know, I said, there's something going on, give me a sign so that I know it's you. And then within the next couple of days, I mowed, and then the next day I went for a walk, and there it is, just like the first two. So this was in response to a request. To do this, you need opposable thumbs, you need a plan, you need to have heard me say this out there on the trail some way, and all of that is very odd. It is an enigma. And so I invite you to make of it what you will, but if you encounter a carcass like that with the hide turned inside out, let someone know. Let MUFON know. Write into the factsbyhowtohunt.com. Let Steve Isdall or Dave Paulides know. Probably your local MUFON people would be the ones to contact. Or, you know, or put a comment on this channel, because I read my comments and I try to reply to them. So anyway, I thought you'd find that interesting. I think it is a Sasquatch story, but it could be something very different from that. We don't know, because I didn't see it happen. Anyway, I said I'd show you the thing again, and I will. Here we go. Here comes Mr. Icky, so if you don't like that, look away. Got to get him back. He's thawing out fast. So here you go. You can see the teeth on the skull. and the hide, and it has not been damaged, just pulled away from itself. And everything's been licked off of the skull. I mean, there could be a brain up in there, I suppose, in the brain case. But, you know, everything's been sucked out of the backbone, etc. So, now what I won't let people do is say, oh, that's an enigma, we don't know what it is. It's a mystery. No, it's here in my hand. We have to have an answer. Something did this. It's not an animal that did it. I didn't do it. And I don't think I'm being hoaxed. So, what is it? That's the question. What is it that's doing this? I'll leave you with that. And thanks for tuning in. I look forward to your comments if you have any. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.